Oh, he was glowing. He goes, your tan looks spectacular. And he gave me a big hug, and he's so amazing. He's so great.
See, I think you and George are similar in the way that
we're both gay.
Besides that, you're unfiltered. Like, once you start talking, you're not going to stop. And you do it not because, well, you're trying to be good on the air, but that's just your personality and who you are.
I'm a little stupid. Not George, me. I think, I don't think George is nowhere near as unfiltered as I am. But considering all the stuff that he says and the fact that he's still together, I just contradicted myself. Maybe he is just as unfiltered as I am. I could do that all in one sentence. Isn't that amazing?
I wasn't calling George stupid, by the way.
I wasn't either. I was calling myself stupid.
Okay. As long as we got that clear.
Yeah, he's great. I mean, all the stuff he's revealed. I mean, the fact that he sat on the back of a motorcycle and came while he was straddling a man. He said this on the air.
Oh, you never did that?
No, never did.
The other thing that came up today, Brewer came in, and Brewer's always great and funny, and we all say, like, why isn't he bigger, a bigger star than he is? But when he tells us stories about his dad, it's just, is it hard for you to hear because, your dad has passed, or how does it make you feel when you hear that kind of stuff?
My thing was more talking about, what I identified with was, like, with my mom, when there was a period of time where I had to have, like, aides work with my mom, and I'm living in New York, and I'm calling down to Florida, and they call me every couple of days. They're like, oh, Mr. Gaddy, we need more money for food. I was like, I just gave you $200 3 days ago. Oh, yeah, she eats so much, and you don't know what's going on. And I know that, my mother would tell me that, the aide, she called the aide a bitch, and the aide told her she was a fucking asshole. Like that kind of stuff.
But, I mean, I think Jim's to be commended for taking care. I mean, he is taking great care of
He's doing it in his own house. He's making the ultimate sacrifice.
That is so tough, man. But at least he's saving a shitload of money.
Like, Sal, when it comes to, if God forbid your mom passes on and your dad's the only one left, and he needs to be cared for, will you take your dad into your house?
It might be an issue with my wife. She doesn't even like people using the bathroom. Like, if somebody comes over to, like, the guy who comes over to fix the dishwasher, he's like, can I use the bathroom? My wife's like, well, I'd rather you didn't, but...
Really?
Well, she says that he takes a shit in there. He's taken a shit a few times. And she always says, every time he comes, he takes a shit.
Wait, she says to the guy, point blank, I'd rather you didn't?
Yeah, she says, because the cleaner lady just came, and...
What does the guy say then?
Well, why don't you just buy a new dishwasher? It sounds like the guy comes a lot to fix the dishwasher.
Sounds like he's got shit in the dishwasher.
Maybe there's more going on than just dishwasher.
These 4 Mexican guys came when it was snow. We had a snowstorm, and they were working their ass off. And one Mexican guy came to the door. He goes, "Can I please use the bathroom?" She goes, "No, you can't." he went behind the garage. He caught him taking a leak. She opens the back door. What the fuck are you doing? So, getting back to taking care of family, yeah, I've done it with my grandfather. My grandmother passed away. My grandfather used to have one of those stupid buttons, those life alert buttons. Mm-hmm. But he would hit it for peppermints. He would hit it for apple pie. He would hit it for a pack of cigarettes. And after a while, it's like crying wolf. Nobody wanted to go. So we're sitting down, we're eating dinner. My father's like, "Bah!" He said, "Can you fucking go over there?" I go, "What does he want this time?" So I go over there, and he's sitting there, and he's got a little jug sitting in front of the couch. And he's like, "Take out my tool. I need to take a leak." Because he has a busted hip from the war. So I had to help him up his walker. I had to unzip his fly, reach into his pants, and hold his cock while he took a piss into a jug.
That's so tough.
And I did that. And I said, look, if there's ever any way I'm getting to heaven, I think that was my free pass. So I held my grandfather's cock. I think I got a shot to get into heaven. So I did it. It's tough, and it felt weird.
It's family. You do what you got to do for family, right? Well,
I guess so.
Yeah, but you held Richard's cock, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it felt like a German shepherd's paw that's been shaved down, and then you literally feel the stream of piss go through the vesicles. I mean, and I was only 17 years old, and it was the oddest feeling in the world. And then he says to me, "Shake it off," which
Do you guys make eye contact? Are you like smiling at each other?
I stood straight, and he was watching Jeopardy. All I remember is just watching Jeopardy as I held his penis. And I shook it off. I tucked it back in. I washed my hands, and I left. And I said, "Dad, I'm never going back there again." I just held Grandpa's cock. Apparently, my dad was doing that for quite some time, and he never told me. And I think that was the deal. I think that my grandfather needs someone to help him take a leak. And my dad pawned it off on me.
With no heads up.
No heads up. He's like, "Can you help me out? Can you go to Grandpa, see what he wants?" Every time I went, it was for peppermint patties and apple pies, so it wasn't this time.
Jim in Columbus, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hi, my name's Dr. Jim. I'm a general surgeon in the Columbus area, long-time listener, first-time caller. A lot of times over the years when I'm listening to the show, medical stuff comes up, and I feel like I want to call in right away and be able to clear the fiction away from the facts. And Gary's recent issue with needing to clear his throat in the mornings, and the theory perhaps that it's a nervous habit or something like that, has made me want to reach out and throw out an alternative theory.
All right, let's hear it.
One of the main things I deal with in my patients is reflux disease. And everybody thinks of gastroesophageal reflux disease as causing heartburn, which is by and large.
Can I stop you for a second? Because you got
Sure.
you got 90 seconds left. I got tested for reflux, and it's not the issue.
Oh, okay. So you tried taking some kind of antacid?
Yes, I did, but it wasn't.
All right.
It wasn't
well,
the issue.
At least somebody else had the thought. Well, in any case, if you need a medical opinion on anything else, you've got my number now in your system. So, if I happen to be near the cell phone, just reach on out.
All right, we'll call you. Thanks, man.
Gary, have you ever thought about letting the phlegm sit? Because a lot of times it's psychological, and when you speak, you can actually let phlegm sit in your throat and speak without it.
And then you sound phlegmy.
Do you do that, Sal?
I do that from time to time, but I have a way I try to just suppress the phlegm when that does happen in some odd way.
And we're all going to vomit.
With my uvula. So
where's your uvula?
It's that little punching bag dangling from the top of your mouth.
How do you suppress your phlegm?
I don't know. I have a way of doing it. I just have good throat tricks.
I bet you do.
And with that, we'll wrap up today's wrap-up show.
You sick bastard, Gary.
Sal, what do you want to plug?
Say hello to me on Twitter at Sal Governale, and thank you to the guys from An Awesome Block Party.
Gar?
Thanks for coming.
Next.
Benji.
I'm on Twitter, Bronk, B-R-O-N-K, Bronk.
Ronnie Munn.
RonnieMunchJamaicanGetaway.com. Be there. Maybe Benji will be there. Who knows?
You got your own website?
Yeah, we have our own website.
Wow. Good for you guys.
When is this thing?
March 21st, March 22,
next
March
year?
24th.
Congrats on the block party success.
Thanks.
Steve Brandano, I see a microphone in front of your mouth.
Tonight on Howard 101, a new show, Playlist with Fred Norris.
What is Playlist?
Playlist is Stern staffers playing their favorite songs and giving you the stories behind why they are their favorite songs.
You get some good Fred stories?
There's some great Fred stories, plus an original track from Fred. So tune in tonight.
Can't wait for that. 7 o'clock, Howard 101. Thanks for listening to the wrap-up show and the two best places on satellite radio you'll ever find, Howard 100 and Howard 101.